What's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and this is our late night NBA picks show.
NFL, right? NBA, yeah.
Yeah, NBA.
NBA. I'm tripping. I keep thinking NFL.
I'm like, I didn't say NFL, did I? But yeah, so far, Walker Kessler did not. He only went for one block. And we have 35 seconds left for RJ Barrett to get one more three. Hopefully we get overtime. I'm just kind of curious here real fast. Kessler, 19 minutes. Yeah. Yep. Just the one block, unfortunately. My cold streak continues, but I promise you I'm going to bounce back. It's been a little bit hard to gauge, but we've got the NBA Cup coming on Tuesday. We should see more consistency on like the predictable like rotations and whatnot. I don't know if you guys remember that last year, but we were dealing with the same thing. It's kind of hard to tell with some of these rotations, some unexpected blowouts. I mean, we've had weird injury like Embiid and Tyrese Maxey and all this stuff. But I think we'll start getting a little bit smoother of a ride here, starting with the NBA Cup. Because that was a lot of fun last year. You know, like the tiebreaker was overall points. So teams were just leaving their starters in. We were counting on, we could count on guys to get like extended minutes trying to get those points up. So it was a lot of fun. So I can't wait for that to start on Tuesday. We've got church in the morning, so we are not going to be putting out a day show, but we have an 11 game slate. So we've got 6 picks for you. You know, I feel good about them, but I say that every video and I haven't been cashing. So, believe me, I hate not hitting these
guys. What can you say?
Well, and I mean, like I hate missing these just as much as you guys do, because I'm locking all these in and I'm taking them in multiple slips, and I'm ready to bounce back. I can feel it coming. So I was so tempted to take Jalen Brunson's under. Jordy can vouch for that. I kept staring at it, kept talking about it. But we have Miles McBride. Miles McBride's game time decision, Campaign's game time decision. So I'm like, I want to take that 40.5 PRA under. But watch him be the only healthy point guard the day I take him under. So anyways, we're going to break into these picks. You already know about it. Some of you who are new to the channel don't, maybe, but we're running a special with Parlay Play right now. If you haven't signed up for Parlay Play yet, use code BACKDOOR and they will give you 100% deposit match up to $100 plus a $5 promo play. And then on top of that, if you use that code, we are going to give you 30 days in our premium Discord. If you want to take advantage of that, you have to use the code. If you don't use the code, it won't activate the Discord. It's a thing we're doing with Parlay Play. It takes them about 24 hours to verify that you did use the code. But if you do that, all you have to do is email us at bdfantasysports@gmail.com. We just need your Discord username and your Parlay Play username. And then usually, like, depending, you know, if you get it to us that day, usually it's the next morning. Parlay Play is like, hey, here you go. Here's the list of everyone who used the code who can get the deal for the Discord. So take advantage of that if you haven't signed up yet. Parlay Play is great. I love it. You get good multipliers, you get good lines, and I use it just for 2-mans for the most part. I'll go up to 4-mans, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't really like it for anything higher than a 4-man. And I'm not here to like talk trash about Parlay Play, but they're a new platform. They've got some stuff that they need to improve upon. And that's not a diss on them. It's just, we're going to tell you guys what the best platforms are for what. Prizepicks is still my favorite for 6-mans. There's so many things I don't like about Prizepicks. I could give you a long list, but the 6-man flex is still just happens to be my favorite for 6-mans. Chalkboard is awesome for YOLO 6-mans. It's just different platforms have different features depending on the type of slip you're making. And Parlay Play, I love it for the 2-mans. So anyways, if you guys want to take advantage of that, and I've been playing a lot of 2-mans lately, so Parlay Play has been my go-to, but if you guys want to do that, just use that code BACKDOOR, one word. Hit us up in an email. We'll get you in the Discord. And then we're also partnered with Underdog. So with Underdog, if you use code BACKDOOR, you'll get up to $1,000 in bonus cash, as high as you want to make your first deposit. And then they're going to give you a free pick to help you cash your first slip. Basically a pick that's going to be a 0.5 something. It's going to be guaranteed to hit pretty much. And then, yeah, we're also on Chalkboard, and, we have all of our stuff in the description of the video. If you want to check out and diversify the platforms you're on. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you have any questions about any props, hit us in the comments and we'll try to break that down with you. It's obviously easier in the Discord. We all work together as a community, but we try to get back to our viewers on YouTube as well. So just drop us a comment and me or Jordy will try to help you, look up the stats and do the whole thing. It usually takes us a little bit longer, but we're happy to do it. And then if you guys don't mind, just like the video. It's the best way to support the channel. We appreciate it. I say it every video, but now we're like 4 away from 12,000 subs. We told you guys we're going to give away a 30-day membership to our Discord when we hit 12,000 as well. So thank you so much for helping us get there. It's been awesome.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's been exciting, and we're just getting started,
buddies.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into the plays here. I'm going with Karl Anthony Towns over 37.5 PRA. Getting that on all the platforms, all 3.
Picture.
And then I'm going with Jaylen Brown over 29.5 points rebounds. They don't have this on Underdog. So I'm just taking his rebounds at 5.5. A little bit lower multiplier, but 5.5, I'll take it. And then Isaiah Stewart, parlay play. I'm going points, rebounds, 17.5, taking that for more. Prizepicks, also getting the 17.5 points, rebounds. And then for Jaylen Brown on Prizepicks, I'm going points, rebounds, 29.5 as well. Yeah, parlay play, 29.5 points, rebounds. And then, yeah, what was the last thing I'm talking about? Isaiah Stewart. I think I covered it all. Oh, yeah. Underdog does not have the points, rebounds for Isaiah Stewart, so I'm just taking his rebounds as well at 8.5. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm going to be going with, let's see here. I'm going to be going with Bilal Coulibaly for over this 14.5 points assist line. Very comfortable taking this line. This one I've taken a lot, so going back to that well with him for over 14 points assists. Jalen Green for over 20 points, or 20.5 points, and Giannis Antetokounmpo over 0.5 blocks. And we're getting all those same lines on parlay play. And then for Underdog, we're taking Giannis's assists over 5.5 and Bilal's PRA over 20.5 because they didn't have the other lines. So just a little bit different over there, but it's going to be what I'm rolling.
All right, well, let's start breaking it down. Karl Anthony Towns has been kind of in rhythm here the last 5 games. He's only missed this 1 game, and he missed it by 2 PRA. So he went for 36. No assists that night, 17 points, 19 rebounds. So he had a monster game on the boards. The matchup is like a little bit difficult on paper in some regards. 5th in points allowed to centers, 23rd in rebounds allowed, 4th in assists allowed. But I'm feeling good about this going over. He's just been balling. 21 rebound chances a game over the last 5. So plenty to get down there. That game against Houston, we went for 19. He had 29 opportunities, averaging 33.7 minutes per game. And then dude is averaging 20.6 attempts per game. So just been absolutely just trying to score the ball, which is what you love to see. 6 3-pointer attempts per game, shooting 53% from beyond the arc, averaging 3.2 per game. And then shooting 53% from the field, averaging 11 a game. 4.4 potential assists per game. So the dude's just juiced up right now. And coming off that game against Atlanta, going for 34 points and 16 rebounds against Atlanta is pretty dope. Like that's impressive. Like they're pretty tough in the paint. And then against Milwaukee, 32 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. The dude's in rhythm, and I'm here to jump on it. He was doing all the work when we took Jalen Brunson's points, rebounds, and he just gave us 9 assists instead. But yeah, I'm feeling good about this going over. If we take a look at daily grind, if you don't want the full PRA, the daily grind DFS optimizer absolutely loves his rebounds and assists at 13.5, 54.48% odds to hit the over. They have it at a -140. So, I mean, DraftKings has it at 14.5 already. With the way he's been playing, I'm going for it. I need to cash here. I'm going for the over on the PRA. They have that favored to go over 50.99% odds to hit the over minus 122. And then every platform, and it's up everywhere. And everyone's either got this juice to go over or 50-50 or slightly juice to go over. So I'm going to be starting off my picks with Karl Anthony Towns. And then next up, I'm going with Jaylen Brown here. He's cleared this in every single game in 2024. And then actually, let me just take a look at this over under. So this Karl Anthony Towns game, the Knicks versus the Pacers playing in Indiana, 227.5 over under. Knicks favored by 3, so should be a nice tight game. We'll see too. I mean, if they don't have any backup point guard tomorrow, which I'm sure either Cam Payne or Miles McBride. I know Miles McBride isn't necessarily like a backup point guard, but he does like relieve. What is he? Is he a point guard? Or is he a shooting guard? I mean, he's a guard. My point is, if Cam Payne and McBride are out, that's going to boost, in particular, Jalen Brunson's minutes a little bit, I would think. But it's just going to make all the rotations see a little bit of a bump. But Cat has been the centerpiece of what they're doing right now. And so that's why I'm going to be taking him in this game. But yeah, just a 3-point spread. So that's, it was a 5.5 point spread against the Bucks, and that turned into a blowout. So anything can happen. We just don't know at this point in the season. It's a little bit harder to predict. But at least Vegas is expecting this to be a tight game. And then the other game with Jalen. We have a 229.5 over under. Boston favored by 3.5 playing in Milwaukee. So again, they're expecting it to be somewhat of a tight game. But if you take a look at Brown here, yeah, he's cleared this in every game. Matchup is like a little bit above average, 9th in points allowed, 10th in rebounds allowed. But yeah, I feel good about him getting this done, especially in a game that's going to be relatively tight. 21.7 attempts per game. So we know what he's capable of. He's shooting 40%. I think he's capable of playing better than that, even than the 40% line from the field. That's great, but 8.7 attempts or 8.7 buckets on average on almost 22 shots a game. I think he's better than that. So shooting, just 27% from beyond the arc right now on 7.5 attempts per game. He's averaging 2 made per game. This game here, last time they played Indiana, he had 11 threes and he only made 1. And then he's got this last game against Charlotte, 6 attempts, 0. Yeah, the dude he's had 21 attempts from beyond the arc. He's 1 of 21 in the last 3 games. I know that he's better than that. He's better than that. So he's getting the minutes. And on top of having those poor shooting outings, he still cleared this line. So I'm like all over this play. If we talk about the rebounds alone at 5.5, that one's pretty solid too, because he's cleared that every time too. So both of those plays I feel comfortable with. The rebounds, I mean, he's gone exactly that at 6, like three games in a row. It's just a solid floor, I think that this is his floor as far as rebounding and then the points rebounds together. So I expect him to be able to clear this. I'm not going to be shocked if he goes well over that and is in like the mid 30s on that PR line. But yeah, so feeling good about it. If we take a look at daily grind, let's see. They have his points rebounds favored to go over just slightly, 50.67% odds to hit the over, minus 122. And everyone that's got this at 29.5, no one's bumping it up or down. They're just kind of like comfortable with it there. We have mixed emotions. FanDuel is favoring it slightly to the under. DraftKings 50-50. BetMGM minus 125 to the over. Caesars minus 127 to the over. Then we got like a minus 130 over here as well. So I'm taking it. I need to cash. All right. So this Isaiah Stewart play. Part of the reason I like this is, for one, Jalen Duren is a game time decision. Let's see if we have an update here on that. Doubtful. He's doubtful for the game. So we know that Isaiah Stewart's going to see a bump in minutes. This dude's really capable of getting boards. He can really go off in that last game against Atlanta, another tough matchup we were just talking about. 10 points, 11 rebounds. The matchup is, middle of the road for points to centers, 14th in points allowed, 8th in rebounds allowed. If we look at his attempts, they're really low, 3.5, but that's because he hasn't been playing that many minutes. You can see he's been like 16, 13, 19, like under 20 for most of the time. And then when he gets more minutes, he's able to do a little bit better, 34.5 minutes here, and he goes for 7 points and 11 rebounds. But then this last game, he went for 32.6 minutes and went for 10 points, 11 rebounds. Part of the reason I really liked this is because I was actually targeting this matchup, and then I saw Jalen Duren was out, and I was targeting it because our boy Chet just went for 29 points against Houston. So I know Chet's great, but that, it's the same exact matchup here, and they're playing in Detroit, and Jalen Duren might be out. So it all makes sense to me. They just had a center like put up almost 30 points on them. And I know it's just a 1-game sample size and Chet's good, but this isn't asking too much. We're talking about 17.5 points and rebounds, and he's gone for double-digit rebounds multiple times this year. So yeah, it all makes sense to me. It feels good. If we take a look at Daily Grind, they've got a lot of his stuff juiced to go over. They like his points over 8.5 as their favorite on Prizepicks. If you'd rather take that, take that. They like his rebounds over 8.5, which is what we're taking on, Underdog, I believe. They like that a lot, 51.15% odds to hit the over, -123. And then the points and rebounds at 17.5, they also like to go over. It's just a little bit above 50%, 50.54% odds to hit the over, -120. But everyone, except for DraftKings is favoring it slightly to the under. But for the most part, most of them are favoring it to go over. But it makes sense to me. I mean, Jalen Duren's doubtful. This dude's going to get half of this on, he's capable of getting half of this on just the rebounds alone. So I'm feeling good about it. Those are going to be my plays. If you guys want to check out Outlier, it's a killer app. It helps you break down your plays. I love being able to dial into all these different categories of statistics. I can go 2024. I can look head to head. Let's look at the head to head real quick. Yeah, so earlier this year, January 12th, he went for 16 points and 7 rebounds on 28 minutes. So that's already looking good. But yeah, you can look at the year prior. You can do your matchups over here, injury reports, which is crucial for all these plays that we're looking at. And then the insights tab is awesome too, because it's just taking this game that you're on and it's like showing you stuff that they like, gives you a little note of why they like it. And then you can click into where they're finding this prop and it'll just go lock it in for you on there. So if you guys want to try it out, it's free to try it out. Like they're going to give you 7 days to just mess with it. So just go through our link and they're giving all of our viewers a 7-day trial, 1 week trial. Yeah. All right, Jordy, pass it over.
All right. Well, to get me into mine here, I'm going to be starting off with this Bilal Coulibaly play. I like this play a lot. Whenever it's at 14.5, it always feels like a decent steal here. In the head-to-head, it looks grim because he hasn't gone over this before, but a lot of these are from last year. There was this one that was on, that was still last year. So this year he hasn't even played this team. So the head-to-head, he went under all 4 times, but he has made leaps and bounds since last year as a player. And I like what I'm seeing here. Over the last 7 games, he's gone over this 4 times, and when he goes over it, he's crushing it, and when he's missing it by either like 1 or 0.5. So really like what I'm seeing here. This is a tough matchup. Orlando's very, very good on defense. Second in points allowed, 25th in assists though. So he's got a good assist matchup, and he does get some assists. I mean, there's games where he'll go for 2 or 3 assists. So I like the assist line as well, especially for his regular point line being at 12.5. So we're just getting a 2-point bump on that, and I like it. So I'm going to be taking the points assists. So yeah, that's the Bilal Coulibaly play for this one on Daily Grind. They like his points assist to go over, 52.15% chance and a -129. So feeling good about Bilal there. When it comes to his PRA that we're taking on Underdog, it is juiced a little bit under. It's a -130 to go under. It's a tough rebounding matchup, so they don't like the rebounds as much. So moving on to Jalen Green. I feel good about Jalen Green here. he's really, he's been playing really good this year. Over the last 9 games, he's gone over this 20.5 point line 6 times. If you look at the head-to-head, he's gone over this twice, and he's had monster games against them, 22 points, 28 points. So against Detroit, I know they're a little bit better on defense this year, but he looks good. Big fan of Jalen Green. Hopefully he can get it going in this game. 21st in points allowed to his position, so nice soft matchup for him. Dude's averaging 9.3 3-point attempts per game. I really liked his 3 points made for over 2.5 because of how many he's shooting, but I just like the overall points. I'm like, if he makes 3 threes, he's probably going to be pretty dang close anyway with how good he is at attacking the glass. So I just want the full points here. If you'd like the 3-pointers better, you can take those. I like them as well. But taking the 20.5 points, if you look at this on Daily Grind, it says top play, 52.49% chance to -130 to go over pretty much across the board. Daily Grind's odds are at -129 there. So feeling good about Jalen Green in this matchup. And then going on to my last play, which is Giannis. His 0.5 block shots. I like this a lot. In the head-to-head, he's hit it twice. He's had 2 blocks, 1 block. And this year, he's already got 5 blocks out of 8 games. So feeling good about that. One of them, he had 2 blocks against the Knicks. So defensively, all of Milwaukee has to step up, and Giannis seems frustrated, so I'm just hoping he goes out there and has a monster all-around game. I almost took his full PRA, so I do like that as well, but I like the block shot. I think he's going to be aggressive on defense against Boston, and there's still no Porzingis, so it's going to be old man down there again. Can't think of his name. Al Horford. So it's going to be Al Horford, and Luke Cornett is also a game time decision, unlikely to play. So it's pretty much just going to be, Al Horford again. So like what I'm seeing, Giannis is also a game time decision, but he's been playing through this right knee injury, and it's looking like he's going to play again tomorrow. So God forbid something weird happens, just keep an eye on Giannis tomorrow. If you don't want to even risk it, you don't have to take this play, but I like the block for over 0.5. The block is juiced under, but his steal is juiced over. So I mean, I don't know, you can go with your gut. That's basically what I'm doing here. The PRA is juiced massively, 53.64% chance to go over 48.5 and a -135. Just with like the knee injury and how they've been kind of bringing back his time a little bit. In the third quarter, they're resting him for a long time so they can play him in the fourth. So I'm just not feeling too comfortable about it, but if you guys like it, you can take it, obviously. But I'm going with the block shot, so that's going to be what I'm rolling for all 3 of my plays. If you guys want to check out this DFS optimizer from Daily Grind, it will help you cash more. It just saves you a lot of time, right? Like, you can do your own research and all that, but this just goes through all the junk for you and picks out the best plays and goes through like the last 20 matchups and all that stuff, and it calculates a whole bunch of things. So it does just make it really fast and easier for you. If you're just wanting to do that, you can take away the Giannis search and look at all the top plays here. Definitely going to be getting into more CS plays tonight. I've been really having fun with that in the Discord, and you can see some of the top plays here for even NFL and stuff tomorrow. So a lot of these have crazy odds, and you can snag them and play them, and that's what makes the DFS optimizer so awesome, is you get a lot of early value, and you can just refresh this thing for a while. If you want to sit there for like 30 minutes and you keep refreshing it, you'll get some crazy odds sometimes. So definitely a lot of fun to take advantage of. I do like this Kreese headshots over 11.5 for CS. That's a really good play. I'll definitely be playing that one myself. So a lot of good value you can find in here, even for like every sport. So use code BACKDOOR at checkout, and they'll give you 25% off your first purchase. So whether or not you want to lock it in for a month or a year, you can do that. There's some other options in there as well, and you can mess around with their other tools if you want to look at those as well. And then Chalkboard, if you guys want to check out Chalkboard, they're another DFS platform like Underdog. They're more like parlay play, where they have like all these alt lines like they do as well, but they run like 6 specials a day. Usually depending on what it is, you can find like 12 specials sometimes, like on all the sports. They'll have tomorrow, I know there's going to be a ton of discounts on there. I can only imagine, because there's a full NFL slate, there's a full NBA slate, so it's going to be a good day for Chalkboard tomorrow for sure. So definitely go check them out. If you use code BACKDOOR at checkout, they'll match your first deposit up to $100, and they'll give you a free play to help you cash your first slip. So it's just another great platform to be on to help diversify what platforms you're on. It's always good to do that so you can cash more often. But that's going to cover it all for me tonight.
All right. If you guys want to come join our Discord, you can take advantage of that parlay play promo that we're running, or you can just go straight through Patreon. Patreon just manages our subscriptions. So you sign up there. Once you're signed up, you go into settings, and then there's a connected apps option in the menu bar. And then you just connect your Discord. You can hop in the community chat of the Discord if you want. Let us know that you're new so we can show you around and kind of welcome you to the group, to the family. And if you want to follow us on our socials, it's just at BackdoorFS. We're on X, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram. And yeah, you can follow me. We have another analyst on our Discord named Moose. You can follow him. He's on X as well. Just follow all of us if you want. We post plays on there as well. But we hope you guys enjoy Sunday football. We have a nice, awesome slate, some killer matchups. We have our NFL picks out already if you haven't checked that out. And also enjoy a really solid NBA slate on NFL Sunday. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot of action going on tomorrow. So enjoy your Sunday, guys, and we will catch you in the next video.
Good luck, guys.